network of AIESEC from Morocco. I hope you are doing amazing. This is your MCVP oGT, and I'm glad to welcome you to our very first National Educational Cycle episode. In today's episode, we will be talking about a very important topic, which is the history of global talent as a product. And for the main objectives that we have for today, we have first of all to get to know the history of the product and also to understand the product development and the different steps that it went through throughout the years. Now, before moving to the history of global talent as a product, we will be speaking a bit about the history of AIESEC exchanges in general. First of all, we will go all the way back to the 60s, where the first official exchange was called ITOMS, or International Transfer of Management Skills, and its main value proposition was friendly relations through exchange. Then summer school training program was introduced in 1966, and it was a movement of expansion from the traditional traineeship exchange programs, and it gave more meaningful experiences to the exchange participants. It actually also engaged a limited amount of selected trainees, each undergoing a unique training and education, but in a common field or topic. Every week, the trainees would meet up for lectures and group discussions, and at the end of the traineeship, common and also individual reports were produced. So mainly, exchanges were divided into two types: the regular ones of 2 to 3 months and long-term traineeships of more than 3.5 months. Linked traineeships programs introduced later were an alternative which arranged a few consecutive traineeships for an individual in different companies of similar industries, and it was especially beneficial for multinational companies which had intentions to train students in several of their national operations. On the 70s, international theme programs appeared, and it contained two sorts of traineeships. The first is management education, and the second is international trade. These projects were run independently in a local, national, or regional level in recognition of the rapidly changing world. At the beginning of the 70s, the strategy of AIESEC focused on exchange. After the decrease in exchanges because of the economic crisis, then the strategy shifted towards education and membership development through training, seminars, summer school, and that's in order to prepare them for the post-AIESEC. The 80s were the start of the year-round exchange in order to broaden AIESEC services to meet the needs of students and companies. At the end of this decade, AIESEC mainly had the global seminar series that were merged with the ITPs to create the global theme programs, which has a similar aim with AIESEC Global Seminar Series, but in a more proactive approach. So this program actually at some point was functioning almost as a separate entity within AIESEC itself. In the 90s, AIESEC's desire to have a more permanent impact on society strongly influenced the organization strategy and approach in this decade. And exchange took a backseat as AIESEC gained recognition with invitations to important world summits and seminars like the UN Earth Summit in 1992. In the second half of this decade, the exchange process was formed not only to involve management experiences and cultural exposure, but to also include a community involvement aspect. Right after that, exchange was divided into 4 pools. The first one is management traineeship, the second one is technical traineeships, the third one is development traineeships, and the fourth one is education traineeships. In the last 10 years, in 2012, membership became official program of the organization. MT, TT, and ET came together to form GIP, and DT became GCDP. 4 AIESEC programs then appeared, which are the following: Global Internship Program as GIP, Global Development Community Program as GCDP, Team Member Program TMP, and finally Team Leader Program as TLP. By 2015, membership programs were removed from services delivered by AIESEC, defining the core AIESEC business as exchange programs. At the same time, one more product was added, and the names were redefined as our current products that are Global Volunteer as GV, Global Entrepreneur as GE, and Global Talent as GT. Now, if we can sum up the history of GT as a product, we all know that AIESEC was founded in 1948 after the Second World War, and by the 50s we had the first professional global realization, so this makes the Global Talent the first program ever run by AIESEC. On 1969 we had over 4,000 realizations, which were basically the highest number of realizations ever had in AIESEC at that time. Then in the 90s we witnessed the biggest drop, so we only could deliver 1,000 realizations. Then two main sub-products appeared on 2000, which are mainly the technical traineeships and the management traineeships. Then the product on 2011 was renamed GIP, and we had the highest score of realizations ever, which almost reached 6,000. And on 2016, the product was renamed Global Talent, and on 2018, the product declined. Now, how do we run this product specifically? Global Talent is an opportunity for a young person to develop leadership qualities of self-awareness, solution orientation, empowering others, and world citizenship while living a cross-cultural professional experience. In the product, a young person works abroad in a company with a team of experts to advance and fulfill their goals. We partner with different companies to provide young people a professional internship experience through which a young person contributes to the goals of the company, work with multiple job descriptions, usually in diverse fields, and receives mentorship and evaluation on his or her professional development. Now, what can an organization gain from this product? Global Talent hosts and partner organizations actually can get the support of the AIESEC values, enhancing their companies through involving fresh, young global talents that bring new ideas and solutions for growth, and of course to co-create opportunities for young people to work, learn, develop their leadership and professional skills, and contribute to the organizational goals. Now, for young people, what can they learn or gain through this product? With this product, a young person can experience a cross-cultural living and working experience in a professional environment, deliver AIESEC's leadership development model, develop soft skills and hard skills which influence personal and professional development, and of course, GT participants can have different types of professional experiences as long as their roles and mentorship provided clearly contribute to their development. That was it, guys, for this National Educational Cycle regarding the history of Global Talent. I hope you guys got the clear idea about its history, and in case of doubts or questions, don't hesitate to approach me.